Please welcome to the stage Tim Dorr, Managing Director of Techstars Atlanta, powered by Cox Enterprises.
Hello. Don't worry, I got reimbursed for the laptop. Hey everyone, welcome to the 8th Techstars Atlanta Demo Day. Look, I'll be honest, you're probably not here to see me. You're here to see some amazing founders. So I'll keep this brief. You're going to be blown away by these 10 companies. They've been doing amazing things over the last 13 weeks. So let's just start the show.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to Techstars Atlanta. There are millions of on-demand gig workers. They allow us to buy back a little bit of our time by performing a variety of tasks on our behalf. The technology to do all this is not particularly unique, and the tasks that these guys have to do don't usually require skill. On top of that, most gig workers work for up to 5 companies, often at the same time. So why do we need so many platforms? Have any of you ever had a gig worker done something on your behalf? Yeah? Maybe groceries? Maybe dinner? How was the experience? Yeah? Was everything there? Or did someone eat your fries? Well, I hate to admit this, but if you were in the Bay Area a few years ago, it might have been me. Hi, I'm Herb Coakley, and I've been gigging since 2015 when my film career imploded and I found myself working as a gig worker to get back on my feet. I drove for 2 years. I have over 20,000 gigs completed. I drove for everyone, and I learned a lot during that time. You see, gig workers love gig work. They love the flexibility. They love being their own boss. But they really hated the gamification tactics that the platforms use to keep them on the platform. They hate the lack of disrespect and lack of support that led to burnout and poor performance. And users, well, they love the convenience of having anything delivered. And they love the time savings, but they weren't so happy about the service or the general culture of the way workers were being treated. So I decided to try and see if I can do something different. So I picked up some coding skills, some design skills, and I went to work. I called it Courier, Courier for All. But I wanted it to be more than just delivery. I wanted to create a platform that, imagine anything that you can do for yourself that was non-skill, we'll do on your behalf. I also wanted to lean into support and service, the best service, white glove service. But most importantly, I wanted to make sure we had better treatment for our on-demand gig workers, and that meant paying them up to 60% more, over-communicating with them, offering live US-based dispatch centers that was manned by actual gig workers here in the US, full order transparency so they knew everything about their order, because we believe that taking care of our workers is not only the right thing to do, it happens to also be great for business. And when your users and your workers love what you're building, here's what it looks like. Since launching our MVP in San Francisco 2 years ago, with virtually no marketing, no sales force, and no venture backing, we've grown to 25 markets nationwide. We've onboarded 50,000 gig workers. Most of these guys are our biggest advocates, responsible for up to 30% of our inquiries. And then we've just completed about 100,000 orders. And we've done anything from facilitated delivery of keys to documents, food, moving furniture, even on-demand EV charging. We even had a request to transport a rocket engine. And I'm happy to report that as of today, we've crossed $3.5 million in revenue. And we've done this with a very simple business model, a booking fee, a mileage fee, and a wait fee. And we're actually the only company that actually pays our drivers to wait. When I was a gig worker, I would go to like Chick-fil-A, and I'll wait 20 minutes for the order to be ready, and I wouldn't get paid. So I made like, $5 for like 30 minutes of work. So we pay our workers to wait. If it's not their fault, they get paid to wait. So the economics is simple, no fancy math, easy for both our drivers, our workers, and our users to figure out. And the market, as you can imagine, is exploding. 60 million Americans use the services of gig work regularly. That's a $30 billion total addressable market, expected to grow to about $50 billion by 2030. I lead a team of 10 scrappy individuals spread out throughout the US, Canada, and India. And we are L'Oreal. And we get it, and we get you. And I want to thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank Techstars and Cox for having us here. If you want to learn more about what we're building, hit us up. Thank you.
Picture a girl full of ambition and goals, living in poverty, surrounded by violence, hopelessness, and a lack of resources. Fast forward, and this same girl is a woman standing tall with an MBA from Harvard, a 7-figure net worth, and a career in a male-dominated industry. That woman is struggling to access the resources they need to advance in their careers. Out of all the manager-level positions in the world, only 28% of them are held by women. Ultimately, the glass ceiling has reinforced a system that's not made for women to advance. But that stops now. Hi, I'm Nashay Roundtree, founder and CEO of Her Skill Academy. We give women their own hammers to break the glass ceiling. Her Skill Academy is a professional development platform that provides women with the coaching, confidence, and community they need to accelerate their success. Here's a look at our platform. Users take a skill assessment and receive a personalized plan. They're placed in a 90-day leadership accelerator in a community of like-minded women. Finally, throughout their annual membership, they access cutting-edge resources like our AI-powered communication coach and daily behavioral skill library. We've started helping dozens of women grow in their careers. I'm so excited to share that today, women who become members of Her Skill Academy are 55% more likely to stay with their current employers. Our pilot program has been wildly successful. Our first cohort was oversubscribed by 4 times. And I'm so excited to announce that as of today, we received a perfect NPS score of 100. Thank you. Our business model is simple. It's subscription-based and provides access to our community, platform, and accelerators. We scale by partnering with employers who cover their employees' membership to increase their retention and development effectiveness. Our team has a dynamic group of business and technology leaders who are committed to helping us scale. Her Skill Academy manufactures the glass-shattering hammer, a symbol of strength, resilience, and determination. Join us as we accelerate the careers of our daughters, sisters, nieces, and your wives. Thank you.
I have had a lifelong obsession with cars. It started by being instantly hooked by the craftsmanship and later evolved into a passion of collectability. But what I love most about cars is customization. After getting a classic BMW in college, I did what car enthusiasts do first, upgrade the wheels. But with new wheels costing upwards of $5,000, I opted for a pre-owned set, and I turned to the car community asking where to look. A classmate of mine mentioned that he too was also looking for a set of wheels. And not only did he have the same car as me, but he also faced the same challenge in finding them. So together, we hit the internet in search, and we looked a lot like this. Forced to use classified sites, which weren't built for us. But this problem isn't only isolated to the 2 college students. 67 million car enthusiasts are left grossly underserved. And this presents 3 core problems. Classified sites limit your search options and reduce your filters to nearby neighborhoods and local areas. Because these platforms are unmoderated, they've become littered with scammers and misrepresented products. And even if you find a set, it's really unclear whether or not the wheels are going to fit on your car. And this adds up to months of frustrating search and really dampens an otherwise joyful process. And it's interesting because as we look at other equally obsessed subcultures like sneakerheads and watch collectors, they have a multitude of marketplaces built for them to buy and sell pre-owned goods. But what about car enthusiasts? That's where Wheel Price comes in. Hi, I'm Kyle Mayers, co-founder and CEO, and that classmate of mine is Wally Nemain, co-founder and chief product officer. And together, we've built a first-of-its-kind platform to buy and sell wheels, enabling a safe and convenient place for car enthusiasts to transact. Wheel Price enables a global access to a curated supply of wheels. It has a built-in reputation system and allows for enthusiasts to know that trust is at the core of the platform. And lastly, users can enjoy a frictionless search experience by quickly adding filters to show wheels that truly fit their car. We're able to generate revenue by enabling a 10% transaction fee on every wheel that's sold. And I know probably right now you're wondering, well, how many used wheels can actually be bought and sold on the internet? And to put it in perspective, on Facebook Marketplace alone, right now there are over 620,000 used wheels listed, and it's chaotic. And each year, enthusiasts spend nearly $5 billion on these wheels. But that's just where we're starting. And as our marketplace grows and our network effect strengthens, we'll be primed to expand into additional product categories, representing a $100 billion opportunity. And so how do we plan on capturing that? Well, we've already started with a community-first approach by hosting car shows that have seen thousands of attendees, some of who drove up to 3 or 4 hours to attend. In addition, we've created a highly engaged social media audience that acts as a sales funnel and dramatically lowers our customer acquisition cost. And while these efforts were strategically focused on the Southeast, Wheel Price's message was heard by a global audience of car enthusiasts. And we've seen active users popping up in countries like France, Germany, Japan, and more. And that's why today, I'm excited to share that during our time at Techstars, we have doubled our monthly supply-side growth rate. We have surpassed 7,000 registered users, and we have seen $4.4 million in wheels listed on the platform. And we truly are the perfect team to tackle this problem. Not only do we eat, sleep, and breathe cars, but we also have deep domain expertise in our respective fields. Wally Nemain has led software engineering teams at Fortune 50 companies at an international scale. And Kirk Vanderheyden, our CMO, has built communities as well as marketing strategies for notable automotive companies. I have worked in cybersecurity, protecting financial institutions, and I've also bought and sold dozens of wheels personally. In addition, we're backed by an incredible group of mentors and advisors with a wealth of knowledge in relevant industries. So, if you're excited about building marketplaces, building communities, or building cars, we invite you to help us in reinventing the wheel. Marketplace. Thank you.
Meet Tammy. Tammy was born with multiple disabilities. Her day begins at 6 a.m. when her mother begins preparing her medications, her feeding tube, and ordering medical supplies, and she continues this schedule every hour until 6 p.m. with some help from her husband, from her mother, and her home health nurse. Get this, she uses a 16-page spreadsheet to manage this wonderful care team of hers, and she also sends them a series of text messages and voice notes throughout the day. Ugh, I can only imagine. Actually, I don't have to imagine, because I am Tammy's mom. And although Tammy's 10 now, it's frustrating to know that family caregivers are still using the same tools I did when she was a baby. In an age where we have AI, self-driving cars, and Instacart, why are family caregivers still resorting to 16-page spreadsheets to manage care for their special needs children? My name's Effie Odelia, and I'm the founder of Sojourn, a platform designed to support family caregivers raising children with special needs, disabilities, and chronic health conditions. Our goal is to ensure that our families have the care, coordination, and community they deserve in order to live their very best lives. When you first start parenting a child with special needs, you learn that you have to scale a mountain of complexity each and every day. Sojourn wants to assist with this complexity by ensuring that you can organize your family caregivers. Once you build your care team within the app, you can share pictures and notes, track medications and appointments, and make sure that you build all of your medical history in a secure environment that's not tech clunky or medic-y. Believe it or not, 1 in 6 children in the United States is diagnosed with a developmental disability, and that number continues to grow. The global caregiving market is estimated to reach $214 billion by 2026, excluding elderly care. Sojourn sees a unique opportunity to partner alongside families, regardless of their children's disability type. We also see a unique opportunity to use the same set of tools that we're building today to address the elderly care market in the future. Sojourn has a B2C model and a B2B model, and we earn subscriptions for both of these models. We also target families whose children have moderate to severe disabilities with our B2C model, and for our B2B model, we're focused on working with corporations, not-for-profits, and government agencies. In addition, we make money through platform fees and employer health benefits. We are super excited to announce that we launched our app 10 days ago, and the reviews have been, thank you, exciting. Well, here's the real exciting news. We so far have over 125 user accounts created, 70+ weekly active users, and 17,000 providers listed on our site. Thank you, and we're just getting started. So who's steering the ship, you ask? Well, my co-founder Yinka and I, we are both 2-time founders, Yinka having previously established a fintech company and myself a STEM charter school. And we're joined by our CTO, Emmanuel, who's developed in his previous career a software development corporation that has built multiple solutions, including healthcare solutions. Beside us, we have a wonderful A-list team of mentors and advisors. At Sojourn, our goal is to partner with our families as they scale this mountain of complexity once and for all. So join us. Get rid of those spreadsheets, take your phones out, and start living your best life today.
If you're anything like me, college was a time for unsupervised self-discovery and self-expression. My self-expression led me to getting my very first tattoo. As a tattoo lover, I'm always looking for creative ways to continue to tell my story using my body as a canvas. Yes, it's true, tattoos are addictive. About a year ago, I decided I was ready for another tattoo. I quickly remembered that my tattoo artist had moved away. I found myself searching for an artist. I said, well, this shouldn't be so hard. Well, so I thought. The journey for myself and many others today looks a bit like this. Searching Google, Facebook, and Instagram. It was a long and frustrating process. It took me weeks to find the right artist. After getting my tattoo, I was determined to find a better way to make this easier for myself and others. I'm Anitra, CEO of Inks Up, making the connection between tattoo artists and their customers. No matter where one is located, we help customers sort through and find available artists in their local area. Not only does this help those that are searching for an artist, but it's also great for artists that are looking to build their brand and business. Artists create a profile and are vetted through our approval process. Once the profile is approved, the artist will show searchable on Inks Up. Artists are able to receive payments and bookings easily and instantly so that they can focus more on inking. A customer can view an artist's profile, which answers many of the natural questions that they have in seconds. They can also see where they're located, portfolio, their reputation, pricing, and availability. Providing a smooth customer acquisition and booking experience for artists and their customers is what provides monetization for Inks Up. We offer monthly subscriptions for both artists and tattoo shops, and we also charge a small fee to the customer at the time of their booking. Partnerships with tattoo artists and shops is what drives the growth of Inks Up. Since our soft launch a couple months ago, we've built connections with Atlanta-based shops and artists. We have processed over $8,000 in booking transactions. Thank you. And we've reached a 20% month-over-month growth in website traffic. I'm happy to announce that we have received our 100th artist sign-up. Thank you. And we have another 150 on our wait list for markets in New York, Miami, Chicago, and San Francisco. The tattoo industry is a $2.5 billion market that is increasing at a rate of 8% each year. There are over 72 millennials in the US, and more than half have at least one tattoo. Remember, tattoos are addictive. As we solve this pain point for artists and their customers, there's a clear path of adding more valued features such as Ink Now, Pay Later. I'm an accomplished 9-year small business owner. My team and I have several years of experience partnering with those in the tattoo industry. We not only have the connections, but we have the business experience to grow Inks Up. We're on a mission to help people find the best tattoo artists that they want. We're doing this by going directly to the source and partnering to continue to provide the best product that will allow artists to build their brand and business. We link it, they ink it, we are Inks Up. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the evening so far. My name is Hannah Turner, and I'm the program manager for Techstars Atlanta and Techstars Impact. I'd like to take a moment to shine a spotlight on our corporate partner, Cox Enterprises. Techstars Atlanta would not be possible without Cox Enterprises. They care deeply about the Atlanta startup ecosystem and is one of the reasons why it's growing so rapidly. Their support of our program is one of the ways that they show their unwavering commitment. And when I say that they support our program, I mean it in so many ways. They send in teams to do workshops with the founders and created the intro video that you watched earlier today. And they also have a dedicated team that you see up on the screen who meets weekly with the founders, makes introductions for them, and so much more. They're a huge part of what makes this program so special. Thank you so much, Cox. Yay. And speaking of what makes this program so special, I'd like to welcome to the stage Dallas Clement, President and CFO of Cox Enterprises.
I guess I really have gotten that gray, haven't I? Oh well. So before I go on, you just heard from Hannah, and I want to give a big thanks to Hannah, Brittany, Anastasia, and Tim. The Atlanta Techstars group, that team, we wouldn't be here today. Our entrepreneurs wouldn't be where they are today, and this whole program wouldn't be what it is without them. So big round of applause to them. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. And thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Years past, I thank you for sort of working through the rain or working through COVID with masks and everything. Today was just a little bit cold, maybe a little bit of traffic, but again, thank you for being here. Atlanta Techstars wouldn't be what it is without you, your support on Demo Day. Those of you who mentor, big thank you to the mentors. I know the companies in Techstars program get a lot out of the mentorship, so big thank you to you for your engagement. And then lastly, big thanks to the 10 companies who picked Atlanta Techstars. As you all know, Techstars is a huge program around the world, and they have their choice as to which program they want to entertain, which program they want to bring their innovation, their ideas to. And we are honored and thrilled that they've decided to pick Atlanta Techstars for ours. And we know it's a lot of hard work. We've already seen tremendous progress, and we're so thankful that they've picked Cox Techstars Atlanta. So big thank you to those companies. You've heard from 5 great stories, great innovation, great ideas. You'll hear from 5 more. And you might ask, why Cox? What's in it for us? I'm happy to share that last month, we celebrated our 125th anniversary as a company. The company was founded in Dayton, Ohio, back in 1898. And believe it or not, in 1898, being the 5th largest newspaper, was where you went to be an entrepreneur. You wouldn't think that in today's day and age, but that really was what it was about back then. At that time was also when the Wright brothers got a start, where NCR got its start. So it really was an entrepreneurial hotbed in America. And Governor Cox, who founded the company, in his will, he said, as he's writing to his family, he said, do right by employees, do right by customers, and do right by the communities that you serve. And so that's foundational to the values of Cox. And when we think about communities, a big part of that is sustainability. So we try to drive sustainability in our operations. I like to say we were doing it since before ESG was an acronym. But in addition, it's about giving back to the communities. And in all of the markets where we operate, we give back to our communities, but Atlanta is home. Atlanta is where we're based. Atlanta is home, and Alex Taylor moved into a leadership position almost 10 years ago and really went back to the heritage of Cox and looked at the entrepreneurialism of Cox from its foundation and how we've evolved over time, embracing new technologies, embracing business models. That's how we've transformed from a newspaper company into a cable and automotive. I'm wearing a Bright Farm sweatshirt, even a greenhouse company. And so wanted to bring that to Atlanta. And so we looked at what did Atlanta need at that time. This is circa 8 to 10 years ago, and it was an accelerator. And so we picked Techstars. And we couldn't be more thrilled with the partnership. And as you heard from Tim, this is the 8th group that has gone through Atlanta Techstars. We were so thrilled with it, we also brought forth one that was focused on social impact. So it's Techstars Social Impact, and we've had 4 go through that program. All of these programs are great, and we're thrilled. I'm also happy to report, again, giving back to Atlanta, close to 70% of those companies that have participated have stayed in Atlanta. And they've all seen great success, whether it's raising money, whether it's merging with other companies. We love the energy, the innovation, the vision. So we're thrilled to do it. It allows us to give back. It also allows executives at Cox and others at Cox to partner, to mentor with these companies, to really see, hey, how do you watch these companies think differently, go through their early stage challenges, and there's actually wonderful learning for us as we look at these companies going through their early stage evolution to the success. And we couldn't be more proud of all the things they've been able to accomplish and their work effort, late nights, et cetera. Every year, as we get to the halftime, we also bring back one of the alumni from one of the prior companies. And this year, I'm thrilled to share that Erica Tuggle from Cook Connect will be coming up and giving you a little bit of an update on what she's been up to. She's allowing early stage cooks, personal chefs who provide meals, home-cooked meals to families. They've provided over 3,000 meals, and in 23, she's on the verge of tripling her revenue from 22. So huge success. Can't wait to hear more from her, and thank you all for being here. So happy.
Good evening. I'm Erica Tuggle, founder and CEO of Cook Connect. And this is me. I've spent over 13 years in the food and beverage industry, focused on helping consumers work through their mealtime challenges. So here I am, actually at Coca-Cola, sharing a strategy to help consumers use Coca-Cola to help them with those challenges, while simultaneously, I was dealing with those challenges all on my own. I was a busy working mom, still am, with 2 young children, and trying to get a decent meal on the table was one of the more difficult things I had to do, honestly. It seemed to be one of the few things we could outsource effectively, and when we did so, we were sacrificing the health of our families in many ways. So I traded in my blazer, and I put on an apron, and became the first Cook Connect cook, going into homes and providing weekday meal services for our users and hearing directly from them why our service was so invaluable. And it was because nobody wanted to cook. In fact, 90% of America does not like to cook. It's amazing. But when you think about it, it makes sense. And for busy families, especially those who have no time, because it takes so much time, they try to avoid it. They look for convenient options, but again, end up sacrificing health and quality for the people they care about most. But there are people who love to cook. They're in our cities and our communities. They're at our favorite restaurants, our hotels, event centers, corporation kitchens even, and they are struggling to make ends meet. They're also dealing with difficult work environments and also inflexible schedules. These 2 groups hardly ever meet, but we're bringing them together with Cook Connect. We are here to create increased access to personal cook services for everyday meals so that we can create healthier families and economic opportunity on our platform for our cooks. Now, there are a lot of options for our families, but for them, none of them hit the trifecta that they are looking for: the convenience, the health, and the quality that they want in their meals. But Cook Connect does. And we do so in an extremely sticky experience where our users see the fresh ingredients coming into their home, they get to enjoy a healthy meal, also the sensorial experience of homemade meal, which is hard to find, and they get to customize that to the needs of them and their families. And we increase the opportunity for them to focus on none of the work, but simply the enjoyment of a homemade meal. So they come onto our platform. They select their menus, they customize them, they set their date and time, and then a cook on our platform picks up that job. And that cook doesn't have to do anything with organizing and managing a personal chef business. They just get to do what they love. They get to cook. And they do so with our support, our platform that helps them track their earnings and their upcoming schedules, manage all the details, the recipes, and the customer details of their bookings, and then get reviews so that they can continue to grow and learn with us. And it's not just our platform that's bringing these 2 groups together. It's the market dynamics that we're taking advantage of. The fact that pressures are increasing at home, that gig economy and new ways of working are exploding, and we're moving and evolving from home services that were initially mostly an Angie List and Thumbtack to Walmart, taking groceries, putting them into your refrigerator, into your pantry, all in the name of convenience. Now, as we look at these opportunities, we have developed our model to create the greatest value. Monthly subscriptions to give us recurring revenue, one-time services so that we can enable trial, and even special occasions now so that we can optimize our margin, all at a reasonable price for our users. And we believe, with how people are spending on our platform today, that there's a $34 billion opportunity as we move from the busy working family to aging boomers and then to young professionals, all of whom are increasingly managing health concerns. And we started to chip away at this number. We have taken our Techstars investment and so far have prepared over 3,100 meals here in Atlanta. We have also grown our repeat monthly for our users to 80%. And as we see our monthly sales consistently grow, we have also and intend to see 3 times revenue growth versus last year at the end of 2023. And we're going to continue that momentum. You'll see us in our local communities partnering with epicenters of communities like HOAs, like local schools. And in the future, you can expect to see Cook Connect as an added service of your favorite meal kit, even your favorite grocery delivery. And we have the team to deliver that. In addition to my experience, I'm joined by a team that brings 25 years, more than 25 years, of experience in food and beverage operations, and we are excited and capable of continuing to help our families eat better and eat together with Cook Connect. Thank you.
Thanks, Erica, for sharing your journey with us. It's been a joy and a pleasure to watch Cook Connect grow over the past year. I'm Anastasia, the investment principal here at Techstars Atlanta and Techstars Impact, both powered by Cox. And yes, the hair is well kept. In my role, I spend countless hours sourcing impressive and inspiring founders like Erica and the 5 founders that will be sharing their journeys on stage up next. So let's get back into it.
Don't you just love old photos? So much nostalgia, so many stories from one single image. This one here, my parents married June 1976. I used to pore over their wedding album when I was a kid. My mom would sit with me and I'd ask 1,000 questions and listen to all her stories. But today, when my kids want to look at our memories, it is so very different. Instead of an album or a photo book, I hand them my phone. And they do what we all do, endlessly scroll alone. And the scroll is indeed endless because at last count, I have nearly 50,000 photos and videos. This scenario doesn't lead to the connection we should feel to our memories and to each other. This is digital clutter. I'm Nicole Healy. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Memory My Way. Almost everyone I talk to says they feel completely overwhelmed by their memories. And as a certified professional photo organizer, I've heard it all. The general sentiment is that they feel discouraged by how difficult it is to access them and actually do something with them. And most tragic of all, instead of bringing them joy, their memories induce anxiety. There's something very wrong with that picture, don't you think? Well, meet May, Memory My Way's first product. She is your memory assistant experience. She is a first-of-her-kind AI digital memory assistant engineered to help you tell your stories. May's goal is to do that in both digital and physical form. Her frictionless design makes your memories matter more. To start, you simply message with May. Here, May is asked to find the best photos from a 5th birthday party. She quickly sources those memories, finds 100, and curates them down to 20. Then, you can save that collection so you can easily reference it later and share it out. And finally, May brings those collections to life without a heavy lift. Here, in the spirit of good manners, she helpfully suggests thank you cards for that birthday party. This perfectly leads into how we make money. First, with a digital subscription with unlimited access to May, and second, with our design-forward, personalized products menu, which are magically created for you using your curated collections. During Techstars, and with the help of our mentors and program team, May truly took shape. In just 13 weeks, we brought on a co-founder. We refreshed our brand. We hired a powerhouse tech team And we grew our beta list to 620 and counting every day. And tonight, we are super thrilled to officially start our 100-day launch countdown. When we introduce, yes, thank you. When we introduce May to the world in January 2024. Global consumers spend more than $40 billion annually to store their memories, organize their images, and print photo products. But people are still not satisfied with these solutions because they feel too much friction. This is the opportunity. When you combine my co-founder's brand building and digital product background, our interim CTO's technical chops, and my subject matter expertise, we are perfectly positioned for success. Join us in January when we officially launch for exclusive access to May. Memory My Way is the way to tell your story. Together, we'll make your memories matter more. Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. It's good to see you today. Hello. All right. Well, look at this Instagram post. Does it do anything for you? Probably not. Yet this and issuing a diversity, equity, and inclusion statement is what organizations did to signal their commitment to DEI. 3 years later, with no data to drive strategic actions, organizations still struggle to make meaningful progress on their DEI efforts. And this is causing growing frustration among employees who crave belongingness and want to work for organizations that take DEI seriously. And when this doesn't happen, these employees get fed up and they leave for greener pastures. Now, we might not be at pandemic highs, but we are still in a tight labor market with pockets of untapped talent and underutilized employees across communities and organizations. And this is widening that labor gap and driving down engagement and retention across organizations. And organizations are feeling the squeeze as each employee disengagement and turnover costs thousands of dollars. And with the growing number of employment discrimination lawsuits, organizations have never had a more compelling incentive to act differently. Hello, I'm Malobi Achike. I'm the CEO of DEI Directive. We empower organizations with actionable data so that they can drive real and sustainable DEI results and meet their compliance mandate. We do this by establishing a robust data infrastructure so that organizations can identify areas of employee underutilization. And HR can go within seconds from big picture view, like how many women work here, to specifics, like how many Latina women over the age of 40 were promoted into technical roles this year. We do this by benchmarking to assess organizations' competitive edge in the fight for top talent, and by surveying employees to spot areas of low engagement and risks for the organizations. And that compliance mandate, well, you can now do that within minutes instead of weeks or even months. Our platform is offered on an annual subscription basis. And since the beginning of the program, I'm excited to announce that we've been able to secure an early renewal customer. We have grown our customer base by 40%, and we have increased our revenue by over 2,000% year over year. Now, DEI spend is projected to hit $15 billion by 2026, and we are targeting mid-sized organizations within the healthcare space. And we have an incredible team. Our team is experienced and ready. My co-founder Flo and I are both attorneys with over 20 years experience in the technical space, in the tech space. Our CTO, Amer, is a seasoned software engineer and entrepreneur. And Dr. Francis and Dr. Shelby have decades of DEI expertise. Rounding out our team are our incredible mentors, advisors, and investors. And I see a lot of the mentors in the audience today. So good to see you. All right, so I've shared a lot with you today, but why should you care? You're probably an employee working at an organization that is looking for ways to widen its competitive edge. Or you're an investor that understands that the landscape of work is changing and that triumphant organizations are those doing everything they can to win in the marketplace. Either way, though, know this: the future of work is here, and organizations cannot afford to ignore their human capital, not if they want to survive or lead. And that is a bet you can make. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed connecting with all of you, and I'll see you in the rooftops. Thank you.
Let's face it, we're all gonna die. That's my attention-grabbing tactic, but it's also a fact, right? I mean, the truth is, we try to do a lot to cheat the inevitable, and basically nothing to enhance the time that we do have. It's because America has a sick care system, not a healthcare system. Hospitals are for crisis. Wellness centers are for prevention. But as a patient, you've already been programmed with the problem. You are undereducated on preventative health. You need less trends and more treatment. So how are you supposed to find a wellness method that actually works for you? And once you do find a wellness solution, then you'll basically trust anybody with 5,000 followers or more. So it makes finding a legitimate holistic practitioner pretty dicey. And then there's time. You don't have any. So those 60 to 90-day average wait times currently in America, they're just not gonna cut it. And I get it. I was a therapist in therapy, and I too believed the medical industrial system was broken. But here's a secret. It was never created to be sustainable to begin with, until now. My name is Madeline A. Beck, and I'm the founder and CEO of The Better Spot, where we make accessing wellness that's right for you easy. We connect you to certified holistic practitioners near you. We then get you verified resources to quiet out the noise of the internet. We empower you to expand your preventative network using your practitioner's existing peer-to-peer referrals. And at The Better Spot, you can get on-demand care in person. Oh my God, in person, right? Our virtual community supplies our in-person hub, effectively closing the circle to sustainable wellness, which means we also get to make money in two ways: our subscriptions with our practitioners on the app and studio rentals. Since being in Techstars, it's been incredible, and so is our growth. We have grown our Atlanta practitioner market 80%, our national wait list up to 2,000, and just last week, we were invited to pitch as a finalist on the largest health tech stage in the world. Thanks. But our biggest W is we are going to be opening up our first ever hub on Atlanta's Upper West Side. At $40 billion, the US wellness market is growing aggressively. That's nearly twice as much as global economic growth. But 1/3, I'm gonna say that again, 1/3 of holistic practitioners are projected to exit the field in 5 years. That means we have to solve supply to meet demand. And I know we can do it because we've got founder market fit. That's me. Hi, I'm the founder. I'm also a psychotherapist and a coach. I've worked in everything from private practice to public health. I also have an incredible team spanning industries and decades. There are fear-based, fast fixes everywhere, y'all. But just imagine. You can find a wellness solution that works for where you are in your wellness journey. From a practitioner you actually trust. And from a company that recognizes practitioners are human too. Sounds like something worth living for. Thank you so much.
Can you think of a business where 1% success rate is a good thing? Developers, surgeons, skydivers, they would all be out of a job. But in marketing, it's the status quo and sometimes a source of celebration. Now I'm here to tell you there's a better way. Good evening, I'm William King, CEO and co-founder of Supercopy AI, and I personally have seen the marketing sausage get made. As someone who's been in the industry for over a decade, I've seen teams pay or waste a lot of time and pay a lot of money into marketing. And for what? A 1% success rate. That's like paying to talk to 100 people and only a single person is understanding what you're saying. This problem exists not due to low skill or effort, but due to marketing content that's not personalized and not targeted. And it relies on human input, which is not easily scalable. So it's no wonder now we have marketing teams optimizing just for the 1%. And it's led to a global marketing spend of over $1 trillion. That's more money than NASA's budget and all of the US education system combined. And yet, the success rate remains the same. That's why we created Supercopy AI, a marketing platform that uses AI to help you understand who your audience is and how to talk to them. But before we can do that, we first have to learn about your company. We do this by analyzing your online presence. Supercopy basically understands your brand's DNA, like who you are and what you sound like. We can then take this brand DNA and we can find targeted audience for you. We can understand their likes, their behaviors, their pains, their desires. We call these personas. Now, with these personas and AI, we can create super targeted content. Let me show you a quick example. Let's say Coca-Cola wanted to create a marketing campaign using Supercopy. With just their website, we can build their brand persona. We then take this brand persona and again, find a super targeted audience. And now we can make personalized content at scale, whether it's a Facebook post for Bob, a recent retiree, or an Instagram caption for Sarah, a Gen Z gamer. Supercopy creates content that's on brand and on target every single time. And it's done in seconds, not weeks. And our traction speaks for itself. We have over 4,200 paid users who have created 350,000 pieces of content, 30,000 unique marketing personas, and we're estimated to have over $230,000 in revenue this year alone, with a strong pipeline going into next year. We charge our customers either a monthly or annual subscription, and soon we'll be launching Supercopy for Enterprise. And today we're ecstatic to announce we're officially in the process of enterprise applications with Cox Communications. And the team behind this is deeply technical, expertise in both AI and machine learning, and a deep-rooted foundation in user-centered design. And we were fed up with the marketing process. Just because we're used to the 1% does not mean we have to settle for it. And don't just take my word for it. Thank you.
Let's play a game. What do all three of these women have in common? That's a trick question. Same woman, different hair. As women, we like to express ourselves in different ways. One of the most powerful and transformative ways we do that is through our hair. We may want to be professional at work, playful with our friends, and a little provocative during the weekends. Celebrities like Beyonce and our Kardashians have brought wigs to the forefront, and now consumers are starting to think of their hair as an extension of their outfit or an accessory. The problem is these wigs cost money, a lot of money. In fact, the average cost of a wig, like the one I'm wearing today, is $600. So, unless you're a Kardashian who can apparently afford to have a whole closet dedicated to wigs, you probably aren't buying too many. That's where we enter. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shantae Frazier, and I'm the co-founder of Well Capped, where we're on a mission to empower women to embrace all facets of their unique individuality. Our members pay a monthly fee to rent from our shared inventory of high-quality wigs, and when they're done with the wigs, they return them to us using our prepaid mailers, and then we work with local stylists here in Atlanta to handle the washing, sanitization, and restyling of the wig. The opportunity sits at $3.1 billion, but that's only looking at the 2.6 million women who are already spending $1,800 annually on hair extensions, multiplied by our annual subscription fee. We know that there's a lot of room for growth in that number, being driven by the fact that people are now desiring versatility and the fact that it's now scaling across different races. Now, let's play another game. What do all of these women have in common? They're all well capped. Since launching a year and a half ago, we have had over 200 members pay to try our service, and we recently hit $4,500 in monthly recurring revenue. And wigs are just the beginning. Our long-term vision for Well Capped is to use our members' preferences, demographics, and historical rentals to recommend products to them, starting with wigs and eventually scaling to products in adjacent categories. Of course, disrupting an industry is never easy, but we built the perfect team to make it happen. Our co-founder and CMO, Lauren Mitchell, has worked in marketing for firms such as Deloitte and Grant Thornton. Our COO, Shanice Thomason, was the co-founder of a hair company before it was acquired. And I've worked for companies such as Wayfair, PwC, and also served as an officer in the military. But every good team needs good partners. We invite you to join us in revolutionizing the beauty industry at Well Capped, where every day is a great hair day. Thank you.
All right, that was awesome. Before we go, I got some big thank yous to make. And while I'm doing that, let's get everyone to start coming back out. So please come out. Okay, first off, I gotta give a huge thank you to my program team. Anastasia, she is responsible for all of our sourcing. She founded all these 10 companies, plus a lot more. And she's currently working on the Impact class, and she's doing a lot of work. So I really appreciate it. Hannah, she is our program manager. She makes this whole thing run. She puts together the schedule. She makes things come together out of thin air. Brittany, our program coordinator, she is the lifeblood behind the scenes of making everything actually get done. And she's also the brightest star in our office. And then Danny, who's our senior design associate. He's been here for years. All the slides you saw on stage, he pretty much touched all of them. He makes this thing look nice. And then I have to thank our mentors. These are the actively matched mentors, but we had a list of over 200, nearly 300 at this point, that volunteered their time and expertise during our program. Many of them are here in the audience tonight. Thank you for supporting all of our founders. We also brought in a number of folks to spend time speaking with the class, whether it was doing a workshop or doing a founder story. They offered their time to give to our founders to help them grow and learn. Together with our mentors, they all truly embrace the give first mentality of Techstars. And lastly, I got to thank our global network partners, and there's a lot. So Amazon, LegalPad, Stripe, Brex, Google, Bolster, Deal, JLL, Mercury, and HubSpot. Okay. Our perks team has been working overtime getting these resources lined up. They really lean in to our teams and to our programs, and they provide support to the entire Techstars network, dedicated support, dedicated people, and they really help out with elevating the programs. Lastly, and do we have the founders coming out? With the founders coming out? There we go. Cool. All right. Some small things and we're almost done. If you signed up today as an investor, I'm going to be bugging you with an email. I'm going to get you contact details for all these amazing founders. You get a chance to meet with them one-on-one, includes booking links and all that stuff. Also, if you scan this QR code, if you want to get details on the companies, their landing pages, booking time with them, they'd be happy to talk with you. They're awesome people. So let's give another round of applause to these amazing founders. Okay, that's it. We're done. You're all invited to join us upstairs for food and drinks, both upstairs in the mezzanine and then also on the rooftop. And these founders will be there waiting to talk to you. So come on up. And thanks, everyone.